and welcome to the Fall Hot Girl Body Sculpt series. Today is day 1 and we will be focusing on the glutes in a clear mat space. Today we will not need any equipment, but if you feel that it is your calling to grab some ankle weights, you can feel free to grab them. And I have added the recommended weight in the description down below based on your goals. So without further ado, we will be coming into our warm-up. We are coming into fire hydrant circles to start, forward direction first, making sure that in this position, your pelvis is pointed towards the floor the whole time, and making sure that your core is engaged by drawing your navel up towards the spine to protect your low back, making sure that you are keeping everything nice and stable as we are opening through the knee and the legs, making sure that the hips do not fall aggressively outwards. Nice deep inhale towards the floor and exhaling to make nice circles. Last 3 in the forward, 2, and let's go ahead and reverse the direction. Checking in to your engagement for the core in addition to the glutes, making sure that your body weight is slightly more forward so you really start to feel the low abdominals working here with the glutes. I like to say strong core, strong glutes, weak core, weak glutes. So this is as much important as it is to keep a strong core. Last one coming up right here before we switch sides. And let's go ahead and switch sides. Starting with the forward direction. Nice deep inhale towards the floor and exhaling to open. Keep going, everyone. You are doing so great. And let's go ahead and switch the direction. If at any time you experience any discomfort in the back of the head or the neck, feel free to look in between your fingertips to lessen some of the tension that you may feel as we are in this strong quadruped stance. You are doing so great. Let's go ahead and do last one right here, breathing. And let's go ahead and pause for just a second. Coming back into the first side, we are now flexing through the foot and pressing back into extension to a pulse at the top, bending through the knees into low donkey kick and then high donkey kick. Inhale down, hover the knee, and exhaling to pulse and kick at the top. Making sure the upper body is nice and stable, and all we are moving is that first side leg flexion and extension. Keep going, everyone. You are looking and doing so great. Just a few more reps. Breathing through it. We'll do one more right here. And on your next exhalation, keep your leg lifted. Just bend through the knee, and we are doing circles, outward circles. We'll do both directions, but keep breathing through it. Really making sure that knee is lifted nice and high towards the sky. Keep on engaging your core and your glutes. Last 3, 2, 1, and let's go ahead and reverse the circle. Staying nice and strong, everyone. I know you are starting to feel it here, but we are almost done before we switch to other side. Nice deep inhale as we bring the knee to the bottom of the circle and exhaling to lift the knee up towards the sky. Keep on flexing through the foot. Last 3, 2, 1, and on your next exhalation, let's hold it up and pulse. Little tiny lift up and down, keeping the foot nice and flexed the whole time. We are almost done here. Last 3 more reps. You got it. 2. Last 1 and hold right here. Staying strong, everyone. I know you can do it. Nice deep inhale through the nose and deep exhalation out through the mouth. And let's go ahead and lower that leg. And let's go ahead and shake it off real quick before we switch to the other side and repeat that same circuit from the top. Whenever you are ready, we will go ahead and switch to the other leg, starting with the lift, kicking up in extension, pulse, and then lower on an inhalation flexion through the knee. Leaning slightly forward so you really feel your abdominals working and supporting your glutes activation here. And as a reminder for your vision, if you start to feel any kind of tension, just looking towards in between the middle of the fingertips. Keep breathing through it. Nice deep inhale to hover the knee off the floor and exhaling to come into extension and a pulse. You should really start to feel the glutes activated here. Our medial glutes are in play. Our core is stabilizing and our upper body is supporting us as we are strengthening through the lower. Last 3 reps, you got it. Keep breathing through it. We have last rep right here. And on your next exhalation, we'll go ahead and bend through the knee and we'll come into our circles. Starting with the outward circles, keeping the knee nice and high towards the sky, keeping your foot flexed. Breathing, inhale to lower the knee and then exhaling to open. Last 2 outward circles, 1, and let's go ahead and reverse the direction. Keep on stabilizing through the upper body. I know that it is getting challenging, but the good news is this is the last side that we are doing this circuit. Keep breathing through it. And on your next exhalation, hold your leg nice and high up towards the sky and coming into little tiny pulses. Inhale to lower just a little bit and exhaling to punch your foot up towards the sky or the ceiling. Imagine you're kicking open a locked door, so pressing your foot firmly up towards the sky in flexion. And let's go ahead and hold right here. Last 5 seconds. You gotta keep that core engaged. Last 2, 1, and let's go ahead and lower. Great work, everyone. Let's go ahead and open the knees out wide, hips down and heavy, relaxing the forehead down on the floor and fingertips in front of you. Resting for a moment in child's pose. Feeling the nice heat and activation that we created through the glutes in the first portion of this workout. And whenever you feel ready, coming out of child's pose, and we'll meet back in our quadruped position, setting up so that your left forearm is on the floor in a staggered position and your right palm is going to be supporting your left fingertips down to the floor, keeping your upper body as stable as you possibly can. And we are going to be looking towards your fingertips to minimize strain and potential pain through the back of the neck. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and lift the right leg out in a 45-degree angle, so not directly in parallel, but more out to the side. We're bending through the knee towards the midline without moving the spine. Inhaling to reach and point the toes out in 45-degree angle and exhaling to bring the knee in towards the midline while keeping the upper body as stable as you possibly can. Here in this exercise, we are working more towards the lateral portion of your glutes. So you should really start to feel this really on the outside of your, not only your glutes, but also the legs. Taking this 45-degree angle movement, nice, slow, and controlled repetitions. Really visualizing the muscles working here and breathing deeply. Breathing with our breath. On your next exhalation, let's go ahead and hold at the top and coming into our outward circles. Checking in with your midline, making sure that your spine is not arching, but keeping that core and the glutes engaged so the spine is nice and stable. Last repetition of our outward circle, and let's go ahead and reverse the direction now in the inward direction. Stay strong, everyone. I know this is the point where it's starting to burn. We are almost there. Keep breathing, you got it. And on your next exhalation, all we're going to be doing now is lowering the leg and lifting up into our slow lifts. Keeping the leg lifted the whole time and really now feeling the lateral glutes really kicking on here. You got it. Inhale towards the bottom and exhaling to lift high. Awesome work. Last 3 reps. You got it. 2, 1, and let's go ahead and hold at the top, and we are flexing and extending through the lower portion of the leg. Nice work, everyone. Keep breathing. Do not hold your breath. We have 3 more reps here. 2, 1, and let's hold at the top into extension. And on your next exhalation, let's lower the leg down, release, take a quick stretch if needed. And you already know the drill. We are just switching to the other side when you are ready. Now, once you are on the other side, the right forearm comes down and the left fingertips will be right above the right. We are making sure that your core is nice and engaged. Your knees are towards the center as we lift now the left leg into extension and 45-degree angle, and then flexion back towards the midline without bending through the back or the spine. Keep breathing, everyone. You got it. Looking good, everyone. We have last 3 more reps right here. Nice, slow and controlled repetitions. Last rep. And on your next exhalation, we will be coming into circles. We'll start with the outward direction circles, making these circles a small to medium circle. So not super, super big, but just enough of a size to really feel the glutes kicking on. You got it. And let's go ahead and reverse that direction. Nice deep inhale as we lower the leg and exhaling towards the top of that circle. Nice work. Last rep right here. And let's go ahead and hold for a second. And we are coming into our lower and lift. Not a full lower down towards the floor, but a halfway lower and lift. Keeping that leg lifted the whole time. Relaxing your back and your spine but still keeping that core engaged. Nice work, looking great. 3 more reps right here. 2, last one. And let's go ahead and come into our flexion and extension. Just the lower portion of the leg comes in towards our midline and it back into extension in 45-degree angle. And on your next exhalation, holding at the top, just a final 5-second hold. Keep breathing. You got it. Almost done. Last 2, 1, and let's go ahead and slowly lower that leg down and coming into another quick stretch. This time coming into a hip flexor opening stretch by lifting the hips up and away from your heels of the foot as your knees are gently pressed against the floor. Beautiful work, everyone. We just have one more series to get through, and it's going to be in our side plank position. This is actually more of a side lying position, making sure you're not watching Netflix by engaging your obliques. Your shoulders are away from the ears. And we are coming into our clamshells. So keeping both your heels and toes pressed firmly together, just opening through the knees. And the bottom knee is on the floor. Your hand can be either supported in front of you on the floor, or that free top hand can be placed on your hips, whichever one is comfortable. You're focusing on opening through that top knee. Exhaling to open and inhale to close the knees together. This is such a great stability drill for our lateral glutes and also our abductor and adductor complex. Let's do 2 more reps right here. And on your next exhalation, we'll go ahead and place now the bottom knee firmly down onto the floor. And now we'll lift the hips off the floor and bringing that free hand now in a T position, fingertips up towards the sky. We're lowering the hips about an inch towards the floor and lifting them up. If you'd like to advance this version, lifting that top leg into extension and coming into star abduction. This one is a challenging one for our glute stabilizers. Nice work, everyone. Keep breathing through it. Last 3, 2, 1, and let's go ahead and hold at the top position. And now we are threading that fingertip, the free top hand, towards the floor. Inhale down and exhaling to lift the arm up. You can come into the harder version or the less intense version. Both are going to be quite challenging for our stabilizers, but you get to choose your intensity. Keeping the legs as still as you possibly can and just moving through that top hand. You got it. And on your next exhalation, let's hold everything nice and high towards the sky, breathing through it. And on your next exhalation, lowering down all the way to the floor. And let's go ahead and switch sides. And once you're on the other side, we will be starting off with the clamshells. Keeping your obliques engaged and firmly pressing that forearm down to the floor. Opening through that top knee. Squeezing really nice and tight and firmly for our toes and our heels. Imagine you have $1 million bills in between your feet, specifically your arches of your feet. Keep on continuing to hold that $1 million bill. I know you don't want to let that go. The harder you hold, the more activation you'll get through the stabilizers and the glutes. You got it. Last rep right here. Nice. And let's go ahead and come into our abductions, our hip abductions, either coming into both knees down or that top leg lifted, just lowering and lifting. Nice. The slower you go, you're really gonna feel it. Nice work, everyone. We're almost done. Hold on. Keep on staying strong through the upper body to hold and move through the hips. You got it. Last 3 reps. You can do it. 2, 1, and let's go ahead and thread just the top arm towards the floor and lifting up, keeping that lifted leg nice and high, stabilizing or keeping both knees together. Almost done, everyone. Keep breathing through it. Nice deep inhale down and exhaling to lift that arm. Keep a strong hold and lift through the hips. And last rep right here. And at the top, let's hold. Last 3, 2, 1, and lower down. We are done. Great work. Coming into a deeper version of a low lunge stretch. So really bringing the hips forward and bringing that forward knee a little bit more towards the front of the mat. Leaning towards our knee with the top arm extended into a side bend, only if that feels comfortable for you today. Really feeling a beautiful stretch in our hip flexors and our glutes. We'll hold this stretch for last 2, 1, and let's go ahead and switch sides. We did a lot of movement with the hips today, so really combating the strengthening exercises with a stretch for our hips. This stretch is also great for those of us who work long periods of time in a seated position. As much as it is important to strengthen our glutes, it is also important to recover as well. On your next exhalation, let's go ahead and slowly come out of this low lunge stretch. Coming into next our butterfly, bringing both your toes and your heels together firmly and opening through the knees. In this butterfly stretch, do not forcefully open the knees towards the floor, only as much as it is comfortable for the hips and the knees to fall outwards gently with the force of gravity only. And on your next exhalation, slowly closing the knees back into the center line and coming into our seated twist. One leg will be over the other. The bottom leg is extended and we are twisting in the same direction that the knee is coming over that bottom leg. This is a great twist for our sideline. We did a lot of work for not only our glutes, but also through the core and the obliques, so this is a great stretch for that. Whenever you feel ready, we'll also continue on to the other side. Relaxing your vision and your eye gaze, so you do not bring attention towards the back of the neck, but only stretching and releasing and bringing emphasis into our midline, our sideline, and our glutes, specifically on the outer portion of your glutes. And whenever you feel ready, we'll go ahead and come out of our cool down and our stretches today, bringing everything, only the positive vibes up towards the sky. Collect them in your palms and bring it to your heart and your center. Thank you so much for joining this workout for yourself, I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you're following this series, I will see y'all for day 2. Have a wonderful day.